Hello, people. How are we all doing? Right, Stefanos Tsitsipas versus Casper Ruud, and the quarterfinal of the Toronto Open, and we are about to get underway here. Number 3 seed Stefanos Tsitsipas versus the number 60 Casper Ruud. He's been in fantastic form, Casper Ruud. He's won his last 3 tournaments, albeit all on clay. I'll tell you what, he's in phenomenal form. So he's definitely one of the in-form players. Stefanos Tsitsipas has been in really good form as well, being Khachanov, the Olympic silver medalist, in his previous match. So here we go. Tsitsipas starting us off here. Fantastic serve down the middle to start off, and it's an unreturnable serve as Casper goes wide with the backhand. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. But you know what? It's one of those things. It's just one of those things. Like, it just is. Right, so 15 love here, and Stefanos Tsitsipas is doing very, very well, it has to be said. Let's see how it all goes for the Greek. 30 love, very good serving early doors here from Stefanos Tsitsipas. Impressive stuff from the, very impressive stuff from the Greek player. Right, so 30 love here, and I'll tell you what, Stefanos Tsitsipas is looking very strong here early doors. Good slice serve out wide. Then Stefanos Tsitsipas with a very good backhand volley, then comes into the net and it's a fantastic smash. Really good smash from Stefanos Tsitsipas and puts it away with ease. So impressive stuff from the Greek player, and he is already 40 love up here and looking very, very calm and collected, to be honest with you, early doors here. He looks good. He does look very good here, Stefanos Tsitsipas. Let her first service. So I'll tell you what, though, it's an interesting one because Casper Ruud has been in such good form, and obviously on the clay and it being a different surface, but he looks pretty comfortable on the hard courts. And I know he also signed the camera saying, "I love hard courts" as well. As it's a really good return from Casper Ruud, backhand down the line. Then so absolutely, woo! That is a fiery forehand down the line, just whipping that down the line, Casper Ruud, and that is a very clean winner and a thunderbolt, as the commentators rightly said, from the Norwegian. So good to not just let Tsitsipas have his own way, but that's a beautiful serve. It's a slice serve out wide, and it's an ace for the Greek player. So he wraps it up and holds to 15 here, Stefanos Tsitsipas. And I'll tell you what, this is a very good start from the Greek player. It has to be said. It has to be said. Let's see, though, right? I mean, forehand percentage is interesting in the Madrid Open. That's very interesting. Serve +1. I mean, forehand, 91% from Tsitsipas, but 65% in the rallies, which shows that Ruud especially is being very, very solid, right? He's been very solid in the rallies and really trying to target the backhand, considering how much Stefanos Tsitsipas runs around the backhand. That's a very impressive stat for Casper Ruud. Right, here we go. Ruud with a good serve out wide, and then unfortunately crunching the forehand into the net. So not a good start for the Norwegian here on the serve. He needs to be solid behind the serve, doesn't he? He needs to be extremely solid because he wants to make sure that he's just being as solid as possible. Guys, as well, please remember to smash the like button. We've got quite a few people in the chat. Please do remember to smash the like button, please. I do appreciate it. It does help the channel to grow. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as Tsitsipas slices into the net, unfortunately for him, and it's 15 all here. So please do remember to smash the like button to this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We also do have a Patreon which has lots of perks. The links in the pinned in the chat, so do check it out. You can contribute as little as £1 a month, and there's some cool perks in there, so do check it out. It's in the description of this video, and also you can see the link there as well. Right, so Casper Ruud here is doing very... Oh, that's a good serve from Casper Ruud. Flipping heck, really good serve. It's 30-15 for Casper Ruud here, and it's funny, I have seen Casper Ruud play before, but I feel like I've seen a lot more of him this year because he's just been winning more, right? He's only 22 years of age, similar age to Tsitsipas, and these are two guys that are coming through, and you don't really hear much said about Casper Ruud, probably because he hasn't breached that top 10 yet, but he's a very exciting player, and I think he's probably going to be there or thereabouts pretty soon. It's just he's probably bloomed a little bit later than these guys who they accelerated really quickly early doors. I think he's been more of a gradual progression. 40-15 here for the Norwegian and looking to hold comfortably. He's got a very short ball toss, does Casper Ruud. It's one that will be good in windy conditions, but probably doesn't give him the extension maybe that he could get and power. That's a forehand long from Casper Ruud. It's the second serve into the backhand. Tsitsipas, good deep return, and then Casper Ruud goes long with the forehand. So 40-30 here to the Norwegian. Got a blue racket to match his blue shirt and blue and black trainers here, Casper Ruud. He's got a nice outfit on, actually. Yonex sponsored, and he's looking... To be honest, both players have good outfits on. One's in blue and white in Tsitsipas, and one's in a lighter blue and black in Casper Ruud. Into out forehands from Tsitsipas into the backhand of Casper Ruud, who is not running around that backhand. And to be honest, probably wouldn't be able to because he was rushed because of the Tsitsipas into out forehand and makes the error. So juice here, and what looked like might be a very comfortable service game for the Norwegian is now turning out to be a bit of a nightmare really here because he does not want to be saving break points in his first service game here in the quarterfinal. Juice here, and it's a big serve, but unfortunately crashing into the net. What do you guys think about Lloyd Harris and Tsitsipas looking similar? A lot of people saying it. I don't see it. Let me know in the chat. Oh, here we go. Yeah, good backhand from Tsitsipas, but it's down the middle, and Casper Ruud makes a very, very poor error, if I'm being honest with you, going wide with the forehand, and could have done a lot better there, I think, personally. It's advantage to Tsitsipas, and there's an early breakpoint opportunity here for the Greek player, and a bit of a surprise, if I'm being honest with you. I thought it would have been quite nip and tuck early doors here, but Tsitsipas has come out swinging, and Casper Ruud, started with quite a few errors in his game, which is a little bit surprising, if I'm being honest with you. Second serve into the backhand, Tsitsipas, decent deep return from Tsitsipas, then goes forehand, but down the middle, and we're into the rally. It's a backhand again down the middle from Tsitsipas, and to be honest with you, he gets the break there because of an error from Casper Ruud, but for the most part, it's all... Maya Sundara Rajan says, why are you running late? I'm not. I'm on time. The Stefanos already has a game. Yeah, I know. So if you look on the screen, Maya, 1 second. If you look on the screen, you can see Tsitsipas is 2-love up, actually. If we this will update is 2-love up. So there you go, and 15-love. Good serve from Tsitsipas, and he misses the forehand cross court. So love 15. You don't have the game only in the commentary, is it? Yeah, so it's just commentary. Unfortunately, I cannot show the game. I do have the score though on the screen, as you can see. Stefanos Tsitsipas is 2-love up and love 15 on his serve. But yeah, the graphics are there. It's just I can't show the match because I unfortunately will be done for copyright. So it's illegal to do it. Big serve from Tsitsipas, huge serve from Tsitsipas down the middle. And it's a 15-all as he crashes an ace down the middle. But yeah, what do people think of the Tsitsipas and Lloyd Harris comparison? Do any of you think it was all over Twitter, but I don't really see it. They both got long hair, but apart from that, the faces don't look similar at all. So good into-out forehand from Tsitsipas, and he's utilizing the in-to-win forehand now. And Casper Ruud is just struggling to keep up here. He's basically being rushed by Tsitsipas constantly, and he's not being able to get into the rallies here, Casper Ruud, and it's a nightmare for the Norwegian player. It really is. Tsitsipas is just performing really well here early doors, and he's just come out swinging, and it's very tough here at the moment for the Norwegian. Guys, please remember to smash the like button, please, if you haven't already. It really does help the channel to grow, and subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't. I do appreciate it. We are also on Patreon now. You can contribute for as little as £1 a month, and it just helps us to grow, and also gives you guys some cool perks. We only got 2 likes. Come on, guys. We've got 14 people in the chat. Come on, guys. If all of you don't mind, just like the video. It takes 2 seconds if you're on YouTube. Like the video. If you're on Facebook, like it as well. I do appreciate it. But liking this video is quick and easy. It's a thumbs up button. Come on, guys. Let's get to at least 10 likes here. Oh, and Tsitsipas is he's held very comfortably there to 15. Very impressive stuff from the Greek player. It has to be said. I mean, he's looking good. He's been really good here early doors. In fact, I'm interested to see the amount of unforced errors from Casper, which I'm sure we'll get up in a second. But so the first serve percentage, we know, break points. What about number of points? Do we have? Yeah, we do. So he's won 13 out of the 18 points so far. Stefanos Tsitsipas, and Casper Ruud is in a little bit of trouble here because, unfortunately, he's up against it. He's already a breakdown, and it's 3-love, and he's serving to keep it to 1 break, which is a bit of a nightmare for the Norwegian player, if I'm honest with you. A huge nightmare. But guys, please remember to smash the like button, please. I do appreciate it. Smash it. Come on. I know. It's just like, why is he doing this? It's just because it helps the channel to grow, and also, it helps more people get in the chat, so you can interact with them as well, right? So that's what we want. We want as many people in here as possible. Right, here we go. So Stefanos Tsitsipas. Here we go. We have someone here saying Steph wins his serve so easily. Good luck. He really does, doesn't he? He wins his serve very easily, and it's crazy, to be honest with you. Guys, if you're on Facebook or on YouTube, please remember to like this video. I do appreciate it. Follow us if you're on Facebook. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. And follow us on Patreon as well. If you want to get some cool perks and exclusive content, feel free to. Right, here we go. So it's 3-love to Stefanos Tsitsipas. And he's looking so comfortable here. It's just incredible. It genuinely is incredible how comfortable he's looking right now. Very good from the Greek player. And Ruud serving here to keep it to just a break. And he's just struggling a little bit to exert himself in the rallies. It's an error from Tsitsipas here. But from Casper Ruud again even. And I don't know, he's struggling hugely here, Casper Ruud. Steph is just looking comfortable. The slice is quite short, and Casper Ruud again missing a very easy forehand, and he's doing this with his forehand. He's motioning how he should be hitting his forehand because he's missed an in-to-in forehand. It's a short ball, and it's the type of ball you'd expect him to put away, given the type of form he's in. And to be honest with you, even if he's just playing at a decent level, he's putting that away for a winner, and he's missed it. It's gone into the net, and clearly the forehand is breaking down a little bit here, and that's not good for him at all because that's the weapon that he wants to utilize in this match. And if it's not being trustworthy and it's breaking down, then it's going to cause big problems. Here we go. He's 30-love down here, Casper Ruud. And again, the forehand. He's struggling a lot on it. I don't know why. He's trying to vary the way that he's hitting it with more topspin, less topspin, etc. He's just trying to get feel on the forehands so that he can find rhythm on it. He's struggling, and it's 3 breakpoint opportunities here for the Greek player. And it's 3, not just breakpoint opportunities, but a double break opportunity here for Stefanos Tsitsipas. So this is a huge moment here for the Greek player and for the Norwegian player, because if he gets the break here, this set is pretty much done and dusted. Yeah, decent second serve. And again, it's just a block backhand return from Stefanos Tsitsipas, and Casper Ruud is just struggling. That's a really big forehand, though. He finally finds his forehand, does Casper Ruud, and it's an absolute rocket cross court. And Stefanos Tsitsipas can only palm the return into the net. So impressive stuff from the Norwegian there, and he's going to have to find 2 more points like that if he wants to survive this game. Here we go. Fault. So Here we go. Right, so Casper Ruud here. Oh, good serve to the backhand. Stefanos Tsitsipas, and we're into the rallies backhand, and he goes down the line. And then Casper Ruud again misses a forehand. Oh my gosh. And it is game Tsitsipas. And I tell you what, this set is pretty much done and dusted. I'm telling you, he's 2 breaks up and he's serving to go 5 love up. Guys, we've got over 13 people in the chat. Please do remember to smash the like button for this video. I do appreciate it. You are all legends for doing so. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really do appreciate it. It does help the channel a lot. So thank you for doing so. Tsitsipas with a big serve down the middle to the backhand of Casper, then comes forward. And oh, it's a beautiful volley. And he set that point up so well. It's a really good forehand into out, into the open space. It's a good approach. Comes in on Casper Ruud's backhand and just covers the backhand on the line. It's a beautiful volley to finish the point, and he just plays so quickly that at times it's so hard to contain him, and he's won 4 out of the 4 net points that he's been in so far. Stefanos Tsitsipas, he's 15 love up here and 4 love up, which is 2 breaks of serve, and he's looking very good. It's a serve volley here. Oh, beautiful. And it's a serve volley on the second serve, and that's an absolutely beautiful serve volley. I tell you what, I mean, he's just such a versatile player. Is Stefanos Tsitsipas. He's only lost 2 points behind the serve so far. And Steph is just looking really good. Oh, that's a good serve from Stefanos Tsitsipas. Well, you thought it was, but then Casper rips a forehand down the line, and the angle and the camera view that they gave was almost court level, and it looked like it was going to crash in. Just goes along. Casper Ruud purses his, puts his lips together to say that was close, and it was. But this time, the serve is too big from Stefanos. Down the tee on the ad side, Casper Ruud, and yet another forehand error into the net. And unfortunately for him, he is in, well, he has to hold here, otherwise he's going to get bageled, and that could be embarrassing considering this is a guy who, to be honest, is the most informed player coming into this tournament, winning 3 ATP 250s in a row. Yes, on clay, but still in good form. And Stefanos Tsitsipas is just brushing him aside like he's nothing, if I'm being honest with you. And there looks like there's a big golfing class right now. Can Casper Ruud finally find a little bit of rhythm on the forehand? I think is the biggest issue for him, because if he doesn't, then this could be over pretty damn quickly, if I'm being honest with you. It really could be. So let's hope he finds a bit of form. We get more competitive tennis, because at the moment, it's a bit of a nightmare. Guys, please do remember, please, we've only had 3 people liking the video, and we've got over 15 people in the chat. So please do remember to smash the like button of this video. It's free, it's easy, it takes you 2 seconds if you don't mind, and subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. I do appreciate it. Stefanos Tsitsipas is looking to bagel Casper Ruud here if he gets a 3rd break. And to be honest with you, Casper Ruud has looked really poor behind his serve, so we're about to find out whether he can salvage it. Also, as well, if you are new to the channel, as I said, please do like this video and subscribe. But also, we do have a Patreon page, so if you do want to support the channel, and if you are an existing subscriber and you want to support it, please feel free to get involved. Click on the link. It's only as little as £1 a month. There's 3 different tiers and there's different perks. So yeah, do enjoy. Right, so 5 love here to Stefanos Tsitsipas, and Casper Ruud is in a world of pain here at the moment. Let's just be honest, that's what it's looking like at the moment. It's looking like he's struggling a hell of a lot, and this is really, really difficult to watch if you're a Casper Ruud fan. Into out forehand, though, from Casper Ruud, and Tsitsipas goes along with the backhand, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign that Casper Ruud's forehand is starting to fire a little bit. Maybe this will be the game, because, look, if he forces Tsitsipas to serve the set, yes, he most likely is going to lose at 6-1 and get breadsticked, but it makes a big difference getting breadsticked and getting bageled, especially because then he'll take a little bit of momentum going into that second set, forcing Tsitsipas to serve for it, and maybe you've found a little bit of form to go into that second set. Tsitsipas with the backhand down the line, and then a forehand cross-court, and then Tsitsipas tries to go down the line with a forehand, just misses it. So 30 love to Casper Ruud, and that's, I don't remember the last time Casper Ruud won 2 points in a row. So that's a very, very important couple of points for the Norwegian player. It really is. Yes, it says Stefanos. I'm going to try and. Can I pronounce your name? I don't think I can. He says Stefanos really controls the game. I hope he goes like that for the second set. Haha, yes, says SSS team. Yeah, he's playing incredibly well at the moment, Stefanos Tsitsipas. He's just controlling it at the moment, although Casper Ruud has just held to love. So it's good for him because he's found a little bit of form. But this first set is pretty much dead and buried. I think it's pretty much a certain that Tsitsipas is going to breadstick Casper Ruud here. He's 5-1 up. He's 2 breaks up. And the Greek player is just looking imperious. And he's just been flawless, to be honest with you. The 7 volley tactics have been really good. I've liked the way that he's approached. He's been very high in energy. He's really tried to press Casper Ruud at all times. And Casper Ruud is, unfortunately, just... There's been a lot of errors filtering in, especially on the forehand side. Good serve from Stefanos Tsitsipas and into out forehand. And Casper Ruud goes wild with a backhand down the line and misses it by an absolute mile. So Casper Ruud, as I said, is a man in form. And it's interesting, looking at Stefanos Tsitsipas's shirt, it looks like it's the Greece flag. Like it's in like a very abstract pattern on his shirt. I think that's what it is, and it's quite cool. Very cool. I like his outfit, actually. Into out forehand from Stefanos Tsitsipas, and that is a shot that is so deadly because the way that he hits it is just incredible. He hits it so cleanly and he hits it so early. It really rushes the opponent on the backhand side, and he just imposes himself. SSS team says, I put all my money on Steph. Hope he also wins the second set. I mean, if it keeps on going like this, SSS team, it definitely, I think he definitely will. Unless his level drops off a lot and Casper Ruud finds some incredible form. What a drop shot from Stefanos Tsitsipas. Flipping heck. That is absolutely incredible. It's a great serve out wide to drag Casper Ruud out. It's a shorter return and Tsitsipas just hits this beautiful slice drop shot that just... it's just exquisite. Really good touch and feel from the Greek player. He's got 3 set points. Misses the first serve, though, and a second serve here for the Norwegian to have a look at. So very interesting times here for Casper Ruud. Can he... Oh, okay, he does. He saves one. He saves one. That goes long from Stefanos Tsitsipas, the forehand. But he'll have 2 more bites of the cherry, and he's got a big cushion of 2 breaks here, so he won't be panicking at all. He'll just be very calm, thinking, I'm going to close this out and close it out easily. Yeah. Someone says, can you imagine if Ruud manages to save that set? Oh my, if Casper Ruud saves this set, it will be one of the biggest comebacks I've ever seen in my life. Like, forget it, even if he saves the set and wins the set and then goes on to lose, it doesn't matter. Like, I will genuinely remember this for the rest of my life. Oh, it's a big second serve. And Casper goes long, so we're not going to see that, unfortunately. We're not going to see that. And he also said that would be quite a shocker, and it would have been. And unfortunately, it hasn't happened. Guys in the chat, we've got, I think, nearly 20 people in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Please do remember to like this video. It really does help the channel to grow, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well. I do appreciate you all tuning in. It looks like we've got quite a few new names in the chat as well, so nice to see. Stefanos Tsitsipas takes the first set 6-1. Should we have a look at some of the stats? I think we should. So aces, 2 for Tsitsipas, 1 for Ruud. No double faults, which is good to see from both players, to be fair. First serve percentage, that's a big difference, 71% compared to 53%. And if we think about how effective the second serve from Tsitsipas has been as well, it makes a difference. In terms of winners and unforced errors, winners only 2 for Ruud and 10 unforced errors. So 5 times the amount of unforced errors to winners for Casper Ruud, and Stefanos Tsitsipas 7 winners compared to 4 unforced errors for the Greek players. So that's a huge difference. And 8 unforced errors on the forehand side from Casper Ruud. So 8 out of the 10 unforced errors have come on the forehand side, and that is a really worrying stat. So hopefully he'll be hoping to just cut that out come the second set. Yeah. First serve points won. I mean, that's a huge difference there. 83% compared to 53%. And second serve points won, 86%. I mean, he's won more points by his second serve than first serve, percentage-wise. But it's still really high, isn't it? And then only 38% for Ruud. And the serve, to me, I don't know what you guys think, but I think Casper Ruud's serve is a bit of a weakness. I think people were talking about Jannik Sinner's serve, and he improved it a lot in Washington and managed to win that tournament because he'd improved the serve a lot. And here I'm just looking at Casper Ruud's serve and I'm thinking that is a glaring weakness. I think it's not big enough whatsoever. I think it's pretty weak. So he needs to improve that, I would suggest. If you look at total points won, 25 out of 36. So that says it all, I think, to be honest with you. But yeah, a lot of errors filtering through Casper Ruud's game. So he needs to definitely cut down on those. Comment here, no wonder Steph won that easily. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Guys, we've got over 20 people in the chat. I think we've only got like 5 likes on the video. Please remember to smash the like button. It's free, it's easy, it takes you 2 seconds. Click the thumbs up button if you don't mind. I do appreciate it. You're legends for doing so. And if you're new to the channel, please do remember to click the subscribe button. Again, it just helps us to grow. It does us, and just do us a favor. Help us. We're on our road to 2K subs, and any help towards that is greatly appreciated. We also have a Patreon page if you want to get involved in that, to support the channel. There's some cool perks on there. So even if you are thinking, actually, I don't really want to get involved in the Patreon, I think it's it is as little as £1 a month. So very, very small amount compared to, I think the highest at the moment, I'd put it as £5. And there's some cool perks there. But look, I mean, if you do check it out and maybe it's not for you, that's fine. But I'd say maybe check it out and see what kind of content is on there and maybe perks you can get with it, and maybe it's to your liking. Says, I did like it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for liking the video. Did you subscribe, though, is the big question. Or are you already subscribed? I don't think you're a new subscriber, aren't you? And tell me how to pronounce your name, because I'll do it. Because at the moment, because it's in Greek, I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't want to butcher your name, which would be a shocker. So I'm trying not to butcher anyone's name at the moment. If I can avoid it, I'm trying to make sure that I get all names pronounced correctly. Right, here we go. So, Casper Ruud's going to be returning first, which is probably not great for him because... No, he's serving. He's serving first. I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, because Tsitsipas served... Yeah, he did. He served out the first set, didn't he? So Stefanos Tsitsipas, I think, has gone to the bathroom. I actually think if you look at him, his shirt gets really soaked. So I think he goes to do an outfit change between sets. That's what he's been doing. So he'll be taking his time, probably do an outfit change, and we go to the bathroom, do a number ones, and maybe sorts out his hair, washes his face, comes back out, and times this last point is 4 minutes. So it's nearly 5 minutes. Interesting. We've got Stefanos Tsitsipas' dad is obviously one of his coaches as well, and Patrick Motroglou. He's part of the Motroglou Academy, who also coaches Serena Williams and coaches ADF, Davidovich Fokina as well. So that's quite cool. Interesting. Like, you can see Stefanos Tsitsipas is taking his time, and Casper Ruud's a bit like, what's going on? Get on with it. I want to play here. He will be thinking, I need to reset here. So this break actually might help Casper Ruud just regather his thoughts, think about how to adjust his game plan. Is he going to be able to find more form on the forehand? I hope he does, because otherwise it's going to be, again, a very short set. Let's see. But that set was wrapped up in 24 minutes. So that kind of says it all, I think, to be honest with you. That's a very, very kind of poor showing, unfortunately, from the Norwegian player. And he's just, what's he doing? Getting Gatorade? No, he's getting his towel, wiping his arms off and his face as well. I'll tell you, I like the decor on the Toronto Open. US Open series. Obviously, we're in the US Open stretch, the North American hard court swing. So obviously, we had the Washington Open recently, where who was it? Recently, we had Yannick Sinner win the Washington Open, and now we've got the Toronto Open, and then we'll have Cincinnati, which actually, unfortunately, Nadal and Djokovic have both pulled out of. So their next tournament will be the US Open, which probably isn't ideal. And realistically, a lot of these players who are just below that kind of big three level, so we're looking at your Tsitsipas's, your Zverevs, your Medvedevs, they're going to be looking at that team as well. If he's fit, they'll be looking at that thinking, oh, hello, we've got a very good chance of this US Open because we're going to have a lot more tennis probably than these guys. We're going to come into it fitter and with a lot more match practice behind us, we have a good chance. I think actually the US Open historically as well in the last 10 years has been the Grand Slam where people outside of the big three have tended to have the most success. Marin Cilic, obviously, Dominic Thiem, and I think that's it. No, is there one more? Dominic Thiem, Marin Cilic. There's one more, isn't there? Del Potro as well. It's kind of weird for non-Greek speakers to pronounce my name. You can say it how you would say Elliot, but with Lias in the end. The E says the same. So Elias, is that right? Says also just subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Follow Elias's lead. Well, thanks for tuning in, Elias. What do you think about Stefanos Tsitsipas's chances in the US Open? As a Greek fan and someone I'm assuming who's a fan of Stefanos, do you think that he's going to perform well at the US Open? Do you think he's a contender? Obviously, he had a very good French Open and didn't perform very well at Wimbledon, losing the first round. But I think obviously he had some other things going on. Unfortunately, his grandmother passed away. Didn't play a lot of tennis before then as well. Would have been recovering, unfortunately, as well from I think he would have been recovering as well from the French Open. So yeah. And it says, but the tone is on the E. Okay. Like Ilias, is that right? Let me know if that's better. I want to get your name right. So Ilias, I'm going to go with, but let me know if that's correct or better even. Right, so Casper Ruud finally, I think, is going to be able to serve here. Stefanos Tsitsipas is really taking his time. He's just like, just wander down. Samir Mahabadi says, why is it taking so much time to resume this match? Because, it's actually because Stefanos Tsitsipas wanted to go and change his outfit because he was sweating so much. He was absolutely soaking in it. It was sticking to him. So I think he's gone to the bathroom and outfit change. And Casper Ruud starts off proceedings in the second set here with a very good serve down the tee. He'll need a lot more of that. If he can serve like that into corners and the forehand it fires, then I think it's going to be very interesting. Ilya says he seems pretty good so far. I hope he goes far. He's the first Greek tennis player to play that big. It's true. It really is, isn't it? He was the first Greek player to make a Grand Slam semi-final. So that was a huge, huge moment as he nets the backhand Stefanos Tsitsipas. So 30 love here to Ruud, Casper Ruud, and it's a very good start for the Norwegians so far. So good. Ilya says, yes, that's exactly how to pronounce it. Fantastic. At the moment, it's just very good serving from Ruud. Hits spots and then Tsitsipas netting the backhand. So, yeah. Tsitsipas is just struggling a little bit to get the return back in, and he's turned it on here, Casper Ruud, the serve. Shekhar Prasad says, hi, how you doing? Right, okay. $40 love here, Casper Ruud. Can he hold to love? No, he cannot. He really cannot. Oh, he misses another forehand. Can you stop missing forehands, please, Casper Ruud? How many forehands is he going to miss? He's serving better. And so he started off this second set a lot better with the serve, right? And also some of the ground has been better, but the forehand, it's just too many unforced errors. I don't know whether it's because his lead hand, it kind of falls away a little bit. I mean, I'm no tennis coach, but from what I'm seeing, technically, it just looks really fragile at the moment. Ilya says, hello, Shekhar Prasad. Oh, good serve again, though, and he holds to 15, so fair play. Good start for Casper Ruud. Shekhar Prasad said, do you think Casper Ruud can win the set? Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, the answer would be no. I think he can maybe take it to a tiebreaker, but I can't. I think if he's going to win it, it's probably going to be I can't see him breaking Stefanos Tsitsipas here because Tsitsipas has served well. And honestly, I think at the moment in the rallies, as soon as the point gets longer, Stefanos Tsitsipas just looks a lot stronger, more solid at the moment. In that first set, especially as well. But yeah. So he says, any tips? So tips for Casper Ruud, I think if he serves like how he did in that service game, hitting corners, getting first serves in, that's a big help. But also the forehand. I mean, I don't know exactly how he's going to be able to change it up, because the biggest issue really is not necessarily just the tactics. It's unfortunately he's been missing a lot of forehands. That's just the way it is at the moment. He's missed a lot of forehands. They've gone really wild, and it's just broken down a lot. That's a very loopy forehand return, but very deep from Casper Ruud. And maybe it's the fact that he's played a lot on the clay in his last 3 tournaments, or that, the forehand, I don't know. But at the moment, it's not great. But he does get a little breakthrough here on the Tsitsipas serve, as Tsitsipas nets a ground stroke, and it's an unforced error from the Greek this time. Love 15 on his serve. Ilya says he needs to change his tactics if he wants to have a chance at going through to semi-finals. Agreed. I think he needs to be a lot more solid, and he needs to have a lot more purpose to his shots. Casper Ruud, everything was going down the middle. This time he comes to the net, and this is much better. I tell you what, if Casper Ruud plays like how he is in these last couple of points, this is going to be a very competitive match. It's love 30 on the Tsitsipas serve, and Casper Ruud with a beautiful point. It just really put that together well. Into out forehand, into the backhand of Stefanos Tsitsipas, came into the net. He just sneaked in, and he hasn't really come to the net much, right? So just mixed it up, good variation, and really put Tsitsipas off his game and put away the volley. So impressive stuff from the Norwegian player. Oh, that's a beautiful serve from the Greek player. He clips the line, and it's a 15-30 here. So that's a huge point, actually, because if he lost that point, he has to save 3 break points, and he'll be hoping to win this point to avoid having to save any break points here. Misses the first serve, and you could see he was coming forward there to serve and volley. So very brave tactic, but one that has, to be fair, been very effective for the Greek players so far. Second serve into the corner of the box, and Casper Ruud runs around the forehand, but Tsitsipas comes into the net on the second serve again, which he did a few times in the first set, and he puts away the volley. And that is such a clever tactic, because the second serve has been so on point. Like, it hasn't been down the middle. It's been really well placed, and it's been well placed enough that he can then sneak in to volley, and that's been really impressive. Good serve out wide from Tsitsipas, and then it's a forehand down the line. Really impressive stuff from the Greek here so far in this rally. But Casper Ruud is hanging in there very well, and in fact, he makes the error here, the Greek player, Stefanos Tsitsipas. It's a forehand long, and he will have to save a break point here if he wants to keep it on serve. Interesting. The forehand actually for Stefanos Tsitsipas breaking down a little bit. Guys, we've got over 40 people in the chat. Please remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. I really do appreciate you all legends for doing so. Thank you for all your support. Big serve from Tsitsipas, but unfortunately missing the line there. So a second serve for the Greek player to have to send down into Casper Ruud. This time he doesn't come and serve volley on the break point. No surprise there. Into out forehand from Stefanos Tsitsipas and into win. And he's really trying to dictate with the forehand here. But Casper with a very good deep forehand down the line, and it gives him a little bit more momentum. And he goes in to win. Casper Ruud trying to find the corner of the court, just misses it, goes long. So it's juice here, and Stefanos Tsitsipas saves his first break point of this match so far. I think this is quite an important game, actually. I think if Casper Ruud wins this, then he's in a very good position, clearly, in the set. But I think if Tsitsipas manages to hold, I think it might break Ruud slightly. And what's going on? Oh, someone's shouting out, that's why. So Tsitsipas just walks back and just regathers himself. Or tries to go big with that serve. Tsitsipas as well has a pretty low ball toss, actually. He's actually altered it a few years ago. It got a bit shorter. It's a second serve down the middle. And Tsitsipas goes into out with the forehand. And Ruud tries to go drop shot. That was bizarre. Tries to go slice drop shot from way behind the baseline. If he makes that, that would have been incredible. Yeah, really impressive stuff from really impressive stuff there from Stefanos Tsitsipas, and just an error really from Casper Ruud. Guys, we've got like 50 people in the chat. Please do remember to smash the like button if you don't mind. It really does help the channel to grow, and also subscribe to the channel. That's a huge serve from Stefanos Tsitsipas, and he, flipping heck, he just holds in fantastic fashion there. That's really impressive stuff from Stefanos Tsitsipas. Genuinely, that is quality stuff. Really, really good stuff from the Greek player. So good stuff from him. And I tell you what, I've been impressed. I've been very, very impressed by the Greek player. Really good stuff. I think just because, look, there's a little bit of adversity and he just did really well to just swat it away, right? And that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want. Oh. Right, here we go. Casper Ruud goes into the body of Stefanos Tsitsipas. Good serve. And Tsitsipas just trying to survive in this rally, really. Casper Ruud doing really well with the forehand, then sneaks in, and it's another volley. And that's a fantastic drop volley. Tsitsipas gets to it, and it's a fantastic smash in the end from Casper Ruud at the net. Really, really impressive from Casper Ruud, it has to be said. And he's doing a lot better with the variation in his play, it has to be said. Much, much better from the Norwegian. And I think that will help him a lot in this set if he wants to get ahead. Right, here we go. Casper Ruud, 15 love up here. Oh, that's a big serve down the tee. Good forehand from Stefanos Tsitsipas. That's a beautiful return. It's clipped the line. That is such a good into-out forehand return from the Greek player. Just, there was fire on that ball. Genuinely, he just, that came back with interest, that return from Tsitsipas. And Casper Ruud just claps, really, because that's all you can do at this stage. 15 all here, and Casper Ruud goes out wide. Oh, just missing it. And Elias says, hope the second set will be more competitive than the first. Okay. I thought as a Tsitsipas fan, you'd just want it to be over. But no, I like to hear that. I like to hear that. And he says, seems like it's so far. Agreed. It does. It seems a lot more competitive for sure. I've been quite impressed actually with Casper Ruud so far in this set. I think he's definitely managed to up his level, which can be hard at times, like people forget. It's not easy for these guys to just suddenly up their level. So I've been impressed, to be honest with you, with Casper Ruud so far. But he is 15-30 down in this set. So let's see. In this service game. Oh, here we go. This is a big, big point. He loses this point and he has to save 2 break points. Second serve. Oh, that's a tight second serve. Not much on it at all. 139 Ks. Big backhand cross court from Tsitsipas and goes into out with a forehand into the backhand of Ruud. And Ruud, what was that from Ruud? Ruud goes, he basically, that was bizarre. That was bizarre from Ruud. It's almost like he couldn't control the ball. Bizarre. A lot of topspin from that ball from Tsitsipas, and Ruud just really struggled to deal with it. And there's like a worried look on his face, which I don't think is a good sign whatsoever. Elias says, well, yeah, I wouldn't mind for Steph to win 6 love, 6 loves, double bagel. Fair enough. He's having to save 2 break points here, though, Casper Ruud, and it's a second serve for Tsitsipas to have a look at. So this isn't looking good. And after a pretty promising start, Casper Ruud is unfortunately just fallen away a little bit here. Hasn't found first serves, and that's just a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you. Well, here we go, second serve. into the backhand side of Tsitsipas from the juice side, and we're into the rally. Backhand cross court and then into out from Ruud. Again, into win this time, though, from Tsitsipas. Then goes backhand cross court, and it's a backhand to backhand exchange. And then Tsitsipas goes into the net with a backhand cross court. So he saves one break point, and that's a very vital point. Guys, we've got over 50 people in the chat. Please do remember to smash the like button if you don't mind. It really does help the channel to grow. And also do subscribe to the channel as well. It really does help us out. It helps the channel to get to the next level. We're on our road to 2K subs, so I do appreciate it. Also, do check out our Patreon. The link is in the description of the video, and also at the top of this video, you can contribute as little as £1 a month to get cool perks as well. Here we go. Ruud trying to save another breakpoint opportunity. He's just pummeling the Tsitsipas backhand, and then he goes into in after a short ball from Casper Ruud, from Stefanos Tsitsipas even, and Casper Ruud puts it away, and that is a forehand, if I'm being honest with you, that he would have missed in the first set, and it's such an easy ball. It's literally short, it's in the service box in the middle of the court. All he has to do is just go into win with a forehand, put it away, which most of these pros would do nowadays, and Casper Ruud in the first set was just missing them, and missing them easily, unfortunately. Right, juice here. Oh, good serve out wide. That's a good return, though. Tsitsipas comes forward. Can he lob him? Oh, yes, he can. What a lob. That is beautiful defensive play from the Norwegian. And that is beautiful. And he takes it to advantage. And I tell you what, if he holds here, he will take a lot from this game. And there'll be a lot of belief bubbling under the surface here for Casper Ruud if he manages to hold here. Beautiful lob. Ilya says, but since we are in the quarterfinals, this game shouldn't be over that easy. True. Says, I hope Ruud comes back. I think he's about to. I think he's definitely coming back. He hasn't been broken yet. Oh, and he puts away the short ball from Tsitsipas, and it's 2-1. And Casper Ruud he does a fist bump, and rightly so, because that is impressive. He's kept it on serve, and we're not going to get a break of serve here yet. Stefanos Tsitsipas was knocking on the door there. I think he'll be a little bit disappointed that he didn't press the matter more. But in saying that, I think we have to look at it as it is and say Casper Ruud did very well defensively there. And I was impressed for sure with how he managed to pull it out of the bag. So impressive stuff from the Norwegian player. Guys, we've got like 60 people in the chat, so please do remember to smash the like button if you haven't already. It really does help us, and subscribe to the channel. If you have done so already, thank you very much for doing so. I do appreciate you all legends for doing so. And please do continue to support. Right, here we go. 2-1, and they're having a little Gatorade drinks break, it looks like. Water as well. Shouldn't really be giving Gatorade free sponsorship, should I? Kurt says, is the match actually broadcasted on here? No, mate, it's not. It's live commentary. Unfortunately, I cannot show the game live because channel will get taken down, and I'll get copyright strike as well. It's just illegal to do so, unfortunately. Right, so... right, let's see. But yeah, the match is... broadcasted not on this channel, but I'm watching on Prime Video at the moment. So it's live commentary, and also you can see graphics as well with the scoreline. So if you do want to get involved, please do feel free to. That'll be good. Right, so here we go. Here we go. Luca says, where do you watch the match? I'm going to assume you're saying. So I'm watching on Amazon Prime Video. So if you've got that, I think you can watch it anywhere in the world on Amazon Prime Video. I could be wrong. Luca says, who's your favorite player? My favorite player growing up was Rafa Nadal. Good second serve, but I like I'm not one of those fans who hates Djokovic and Federer. I really like them as well. I just like Nadal a bit more, but I respect all players, to be honest with you. I think Nadal is my favorite. And then in terms of watching, I've watched Kyrgios live, and at Wimbledon, actually, I watched him against Humbert in the Wimbledon first round, and he is so good to watch, and he's so good with the crowd. He's so exciting. Love watching him play. When he's turned on and like he's playing properly, it's great. Oh, really good from Tsitsipas. It's an in-to-win forehand, then comes forward into the net and puts away the backhand volley. It's just really well put together point from the Greek player. He's looking extremely strong here. Didn't manage to get the break, but he's put it behind him, and that's really impressive stuff. Right, so right, here we go. Here's drop volley. Oh, he's missed it. He's just missed the drop volley. Stefanos Tsitsipas is struggling a little bit here. Not struggling in the sense that he's struggling in terms of the points, but yeah. Rebecca, I want to say your surname right. How do I say it? Rebecca Lebeau? It says, I'm the same. I absolutely love Noel, but I respect all the players and admire them for their skills. Yeah, nice one. I mean, Noel is, it's going to be interesting, right? For Novak, and really for Rafa, because the next game they're going to play is going to be the US Open. So that's going to be so tough, right? I know they're experienced, but they'll have little to no match practice. Although I guess Novak played at the Olympics, so that would have helped. Nadal only had 2 matches at the Washington Open. I don't know. Really good drop shot from Tsitsipas, and Casper goes to lob and just misses. So it's a game and it's a good hold for Tsitsipas to 15. But yeah, I mean, you got to respect all of them, right? I mean, they're all quality players. I mean, we forget, I think, how good and athletic they are. Like when I went to Wimbledon and watched it live, you realize how good these players are, right? Matthew D'Souza says, why such a contrast for Steph on hardcore compared to grass? And there's a couple of reasons why, if I'm honest with you. I think the first one is the hangover from Roland Garros, right? So the hangover from Roland Garros, the final, losing it was a big, big blow for him. Especially when there's 2 sets to love up against Novak. On top of that, his grandma passed away, which is really sad news. I think it hit him quite hard. Apparently, she was a very motherly figure to him. And on top of that, he had no practice beforehand as well. So I think it was a culmination of factors, unfortunately. And it just, I do think it's probably his weakest surface, but it's one that he can excel on because he likes to serve on volley. He's got the tools to do well on the surface. I just think he hasn't had enough practice on there and probably wasn't in the right mental space. Whereas on hard courts, right, most of these players, you look at the gap, for example, between Novak and the rest of the pack on grass, is a lot bigger, right, than the gap between Novak on hard courts and the rest of the pack. And that's not because Novak's best surface is grass. His best surface is actually hard courts. It's just the rest of the pack are more comfortable on hard courts because most of the tour events are on hard courts. Hardly any of the events are on grass. So a lot of these younger players, if they haven't, for example, they didn't play Wimbledon last year, it makes a difference. And Novak is just a beast of a player. So it doesn't matter, right? If he misses a year, he's played so many. Lucas says, what do you think about Brooksby? Did he have luck in Washington? Good player. I mean, he's quite similar. There were comparisons drawn between what? Oh, I thought he made that. He didn't. The forehand goes long. So Ruud is doing well here. He's 40 love up in this service game. So really good serving and just, I think it's been a lot better from Ruud in the second set. It has to be said. I mean, he's already doubled the amount of games he's got. He's tripled them now. But yeah, he didn't have luck in Washington. I think he played well. He's a grinder. He's a counter puncher. He's got a very good backhand down the line. Tsitsipas goes wide with the return. So 3-2, and Casper is keeping in touching distance and keeping on serve. But I think for Brooksby, it's a question of can he continue to improve on his game? He's clearly someone who's talented. He relies a lot on his athleticism, so he needs to stay injury-free. I think is a big one as well. So let's see. Rebecca says, exactly, this US Open is going to be hard for them both. Yeah, I mean, I think historically the US Open is actually the most open Grand Slam in the last 10 years. If you think about the others, it's normally won by one of the big three, right? Whereas the US Open, we've had Cilic, we've had Thiem, we've had Del Potro. So that's the one for it. And Novak, for example, has won the Australian Open, I think, 8 times, isn't it? But the US Open, he's won, I want to say 4 times or 3 times. So that shows that, and it's a similar surface. I mean, it's a hard court, but it does play differently. It's a lot slower. It's almost similar to Roland Garros, which is why Nadal has had a lot of success on there in terms of the way it plays, in terms of the speed of the court. Obviously, it's a different surface in terms of the actual, material of the surface, but the way it plays is quite similar. So yeah, very good point, Rebecca. Matthew just says, ideally Novak will get Berankis and Sangha in the first 2 rounds. That will ease him in. Really doesn't want Kyrgios. Mate, no one wants Kyrgios in the first round. And in a Grand Slam, and he's turned on, you just do not want to be anywhere near Nick Kyrgios. Umber drew him, right? And Umber won Hamburg. He won Hamburg, didn't he? Yeah, he did. It was Hamburg. Before Wimbledon. So he was going into that like in really good form. And then he drew Kyrgios. And I watched it live on court 1. And Nick Kyrgios was just playing unbelievably. Like, it's just so good. And he just came out of nowhere. Like, it's just crazy. Sakaya says, yo, Sakaya, how you doing? Rebecca says, I mean, fatigue, injury, history, age, too much to handle. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, right? Nadal as well with a foot injury, which I think he can handle it because it's something that he had from a young age. But I don't know, like, it's not great that he's missing Cincinnati as Casper Ruud nets an into-out forehand and looks to his box. And, it's the forehand errors, unfortunately, for Casper Ruud have just been not great. It hasn't been that prevalent in the second set. It hasn't been too often in the second set, but he doesn't want to have many more of them in this set because we saw more of them in the first set and he lost it. He got breadsticks, right? So I see my guy Monfils won. Yeah, Monfils played really well, man, against Tiafoe. Oh, really good from Stefanos Tsitsipas. Serve volley. Ruud actually does get there, but does not manage to flick the ball over Tsitsipas. Sankara Sanders says, can Ruud take Stefano to a third set? I don't see why not. I think he can. Why can't he? For sure. I mean, I think Casper Ruud has to be very, very solid. Let's be honest. Like, big serve. That's a huge serve from Stefanos Tsitsipas down the tee on the Jew side. And Ruud can get nowhere near that. Sankara says, can Ruud take Stefano to a third? And Sankara also says, yo, Rebecca Sup. Okay, nice. Got people that know each other on here. First of all, thank you to all the new guys in the chat, new peeps in the chat. Great to see you all here. Please do remember to smash the like button if you don't mind, and also do subscribe to the channel. Really does help us to grow, so I do appreciate it. Enos says, only in a tie break. I think he's saying that Casper will win, potentially, yeah. Okay, says like the video, guys. Yeah, please do like the video. Do appreciate it. And subscribe as well if you don't mind for more content like this. And we actually we are on our way to 2K subs. And we also have a Patreon account as well, which you can contribute to as little as £1 a month if you do want to, for extra perks, etc. as well. So do check it out. There's some cool stuff on that. If it's not for you, that's fine. Mio says odds on team for US Open. Never, mate. I don't think so. I think team, I don't even know if he's going to play it. He's only just recovered from his injury. He's only just come out of the cast. He's going to be so cold going into that, with hardly any match practice. I think team, if I'm being honest with you, I love Dominic Thiem. I really do. I just think he'll be lucky to get to the second week because of the lack of match practice. That's all it is, nothing else. If we see team in form and in practice, then he's a threat. He's probably in the top 3 people, 5 at least. Matthew says, I really don't want team entering the US Open as he'll end up imbalancing the draw as high seeding. Guy won't win many matches. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he will, to be honest with you. It depends, though, Matthew. I mean, who are you a fan of? I think you're a fan of Novak, aren't you? So that might be why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he will. I don't know if Roger's going to even play in it, to be honest with you, which is going to be a big shame as well. So, I mean, all of them could potentially go into it on 20 slams. I mean, let's be honest. I think out of the 3, Novak is the most likely to win the US Open, if anyone. But I think Nadal is kind of there or thereabouts as well if he's fit. But Roger, I don't know. I don't know, man. As a Nadal fan, if Nadal comes up against Novak, he loses, unfortunately. If he comes up against Zverev, it's 50-50. And if he comes up against Medvedev, I think it's 60-40 Medvedev probably. So I don't know. Ria says, grr. I don't know what that means, but thank you for tuning in. Good serve from Casper Ruud to the backhand of Stefanos Tsitsipas. Then he comes into the net, Ruud. Oh, that's a really good passing shot from Stefanos Tsitsipas. And Ruud can only put the volley into the net. So 30 all. And to be honest with you, the play was not the wrong play. I think it was the right idea to come to the net, to sneak in. I think he just didn't disguise it well enough in terms of sneaking in a more sly way, let's say, and also the approach shot wasn't quite good enough. Tsitsipas anticipated it quite well. But 30-all here, and a big serve into the forehand of Tsitsipas, and a really good forehand, finding a really good angle on the forehand there, just dragging Tsitsipas out on the backhand side. And then Tsitsipas can only net the backhand. So impressive stuff from the Norwegian. He's 40-30 up here, and he's really staying in touching distance here, which has been quite impressive, it has to be said. Oh, misses. That first serve was weird. The ball toss was going way towards him, and you're just thinking it's going into the net, and that's exactly what happened. There we go. All into the backhand side. Good backhand return from Tsitsipas. Solid, and then a very good backhand cross court from Tsitsipas, but then he nets it into our forehand. So it's game Casper Ruud, and he's there. He's thereabouts. He's keeping in touch. He's nodded in front even, and it's still on serve. And I'll tell you what, all it takes is just a couple of serves to miss from Tsitsipas, and then Casper Ruud is love 30 up potentially. And I don't know. I mean, this is at the moment, this is tough to watch in terms of knowing how the second set is going to go, because I think, obviously the safe money is to say, well, Tsitsipas is just going to win. But realistically, I don't know. Benja Gava Skop says, Vamos Tsitsipas. Okay. And Snail Kumar says, where can we watch the match for free? I don't know where you can watch it for free, if I'm being honest with you. I'm watching it on Amazon Prime Video, which obviously I pay for Amazon Prime. So that's where I'm watching. I don't know if you can watch it for free, if I'm being honest with you. In a legal capacity anyway. Benjagawa Skop says, Qui partido? I don't know what that means. Let's have a look. I don't speak Spanish. Let me Google translate it. Hopefully it's not like a swear word and I've just said it on the stream. Also, guys, we've got over 80 people on the stream. Please remember to smash the like button if you don't mind. I really do appreciate it. And also do as well subscribe to the channel. It really does help us grow. We're on our road to 2K subs. If you want more content like this, you want more tennis stuff, you want more tennis content, you want more tennis streams, then this is the place to be. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, you'll get more of this. So please do. We've got a lot of people collabs as well coming up with other a lot bigger channels than me coming on, and also we're doing a lot more streams, not just for this, Cincinnati and also the US Open. So get involved, be part of the community, like the video and subscribe. What does qui partido mean? Does anyone know? I can't find the past participle of a part of. Is that right? Someone tell me. Miev says, between Rublev and Berrettini, who's got a better chance of making the US Open semis? Oh, you know what? In terms of game, I would probably say Rublev. But the issue with Rublev, as Tsitsipas crashes a serve down the tee, is like, for example, in here, he lost early doors, right? And I'm just thinking to myself, he lost to John Isner, didn't he? I don't know. I think his returning needs to improve. It's way too erratic. And unfortunately, I don't know. Thing is, I could really cheat with the answer and say whoever's on top form and then give you the answer who I think. But I think realistically, Berrettini's probably got more of a chance on current form and just for this year. As Tsitsipas misses the volley, goes wide, trying to serve volley there. So 15-all. So I'd say Berrettini, but I wouldn't be surprised. I want Rublev to do well because I like his game. I think it's exciting, to be honest with you. I think Berrettini's game is exciting. If he can just improve his backhand, it's a bit of a weakness, to be honest with you. Good serve from Tsitsipas, and Ruud can only net the forehand into the net. Matthew D'Souza says, I really wish they had crowds. Watching Monfils versus TFO was so deflating knowing how both interact with the crowd. Yeah, it's so true, man. So true. Matthew D'Souza says, Snail, which country are you in? In the UK, it's free on Bet365. Is it? That's interesting. That's very interesting that it's free on there. Wow, fair enough. Yeah, I'm watching Amazon Prime Video. This is in India. This is where are you watching it in Prime? I'm watching it on Amazon Prime, and if you go to sports, the sports tab of Amazon Prime, and scroll down, you'll see it's giving you all the options for the matches. In India, I'm not sure, Snail. Sorry, mate. It's 4 games all as Stefanos Tsitsipas holds pretty comfortably in that game in the end. And Marlo Dodon says, do you think Ruud can come back? Of course he can. Why not? He's an informed man coming into this tournament. Yes, he's won 3 ATP 250s. I don't think he's played many people inside the top 100, but he's in good form, man. Like, let's not take it away from him. Good backhand from Tsitsipas. Casper Ruud trying to dictate with a forehand here, but Stefanos Tsitsipas accessing the Norwegian's backhand, and he's just moving the Norwegian side to side here. Tsitsipas a little bit tight. That's a really good... Oh my God, what a point. That was great. Tsitsipas finds the cross-court forehand that he somehow manages to find. The angle he finds on that cross-court forehand is the forehand that caused Novak Djokovic problems in the French Open final. But Casper Ruud gets to that and he whips a forehand down the line. It's such a good forehand. He's done so well. And he's just generated a beautiful forehand on the line. And Tsitsipas does not get near that. He does get near it, but he cannot get that back. So 15 love even for Casper Ruud. Mievo says, thoughts on why Karatsev has fizzled since April? Oh, that's so interesting, you know. I'll talk about that in a second after this game. I think that's a really good point. Away we go, backhand to backhand. Then Tsitsipas goes forehand into in, then into out. Oh, just so easy. And you know what? It looks like he just... You know when you're rallying with someone and you're going at 50%? That's how it looks like Tsitsipas hits his forehand, but it's not. He's hitting it with pace. It just looks so effortless. It really does. Mievs, I'm going to answer your question after this game because I don't want to talk over the commentary. Ilya says Steph should exploit the backhand weakness of Ruud since this set is turning out to be a hard-fought victory for whoever takes it. Yeah, agreed. I think he definitely has to. Ruud's backhand is pretty average. Elias also says Steph has to break this game from Ruud. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think if it goes to the tiebreaker, I think he's still back Tsitsipas. He's a better server between the two, isn't he? Oh, double fault. Oh, dear. He might break it at 15-30. And Casper Ruud is under a lot of pressure here. He is. I'll tell you that. That's the first double fault of the match. Can I just say, it's great to see a match where hardly any double faults have been hit because I think it's too common in like top tennis games nowadays. You wouldn't expect it, would you? Like, come on, guys. Or good serve, and it's an okay return from Tsitsipas. He's got, oh my God, it's a smash for Ruud, and Ruud misses it by an absolute mile. Probably should have let it bounce. He was basically trying to hit it going backwards, and that was a bad idea, really bad idea. And he has to save 2 break points here now, so this is a nightmare for the Norwegian. He's saved a lot, hasn't he, to be fair, though? Big serve. Oh, he saved one. He saved one. Impressive stuff from Casper Ruud. Right, here we go. Can he save a second here? He had to do it earlier on this set, and he managed to do it. He's going to have to go to the well again. Oh, good. Really good. Oh, good forehand from... Oh, go on. Oh, good, really good backhand from Tsitsipas. Great depth cross court. Then into in forehand. What a forehand. That is absolutely incredible from the Greek player. That is beautiful. What a forehand. He puts it away and he takes the break. And I tell you what, I don't know. Casper Ruud is giving it his all in the second set, but I don't see him breaking back here. He hasn't really looked very likely of breaking a Stefanos Tsitsipas serve here. And unfortunately, I think this could be potentially game over. Snell Kuma says potential match point indeed. TJ17 says, come on, Casper. Sheesh. Yeah, as soon as he said it, unfortunately. Right, guys, we've got over 80 people in the chat. Please do remember to smash the like button if you don't mind, and also subscribe to the channel as well. It really does help us to grow. So I do appreciate it. We're on the road to 2K subs, and any help towards that is greatly appreciated. Also, so yeah, from Miev says, thoughts on why Karatsev has fizzled since April. I think there's a few points probably. I know he's had a couple of issues with injury, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But the biggest thing for me, actually, is if you think about it, right, in the past, Karatsev hadn't been in a lot of main draws or gone very deep in tournaments. So as another player on tour, right? If you're in the top 20, top 30, you're not really thinking about Karatsev, are you? You're not thinking, how do I combat Karatsev's game, right? And you're not really analyzing it that much. He's now come through the ranks, and I think people are starting to figure him out a little bit. And not just that, but they are not playing to his strengths like maybe he would have liked. They are making it a lot more uncomfortable for him, Karatsev. And I think, unfortunately, that's meant that he needs to adapt. I don't think he's quite adapted his game since, to be honest with you. So let's see. I hope he's not a one-hit wonder. I hope he does go and make a bit of a run in the US Open. But he struggled a little bit for form and consistency, really. And I don't know. I'm just hoping that we see the Karatsev that made that Australian Open semi-final, because that was great. Yonis Mantios says, Tsitsipas. Yeah, indeed. And Elias says, yes, Steph broke this game. He did. Come on, Steph, you can do it, says Elias as well. And TJ17 says, come on, come back, Casper, babe. So you're a big fan of Casper, babe, clearly. Eric Barantes Ramos says, bien, Stefanos. So good, Stefanos. Marlo Dadan says, will this go to a third set? I don't think so. TJ17 says, Stefanos to win by 2-1. Okay. Denmo says 7-6 to Casper. So they're thinking he's going to break it. Let's see. Yeah, TJ17 says 7-6 Casper, true as well. Okay, right, fine. Guys, remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Read us, help the channel to grow. I appreciate it. Right, here we go. If you want more streams like this, right? If you guys want more streams like this, you want more content covering this, Cincinnati, the US Open, and more, of course, ATP Tour Finals, then please, go on. Get involved. Oh, Casper Ruud slicing into the net. TJ17 says, I don't even know who he is. I've just placed the bet on him. Classic. That's classic. That really is. No wonder you're just like, yeah, he'll win, he'll win. Come on, Casper Ruud. So funny. Classic. Tsitsipas here is 5-4 up and 15 love up, and he's a few points away from the semi-finals here in Toronto. Serve goes just wide. You know, one thing I haven't seen is many challenges in this tournament. Haven't seen many at all. Do they even have the challenge system? They must do. I'm pretty sure they've got it in all of the tournaments, like the Masters tournaments, etc. Oh, double fault. Hello. That's come from nowhere. Bit of nerves? You wouldn't think so, right? It's not. This isn't a Grand Slam final. But Stefanos Tsitsipas serves a double, his first of the match. That's 1 each now, and 15 all. I really like the pattern on Stefanos Tsitsipas' shirt. It's like a Greek pattern, like the Greek flag, but it's abstract, to say the least. Oh, looks at the line, Stefanos Tsitsipas, and doesn't challenge, so they must have a challenge there because he was checking out the mark. Second serve, really good second serve into the body, and then really good forehand cross court. He's just pummeling Casper Ruud here. Casper Ruud, though, sticking in there, that's for sure. In forehand from Stefanos Tsitsipas and into out. Backhand cross court from Casper Ruud, then backhand cross court from Stefanos Tsitsipas. Backhand to backhand here, and then it's middle of the court from Casper Ruud. He's on the run here. Stefanos Tsitsipas is being very aggressive here, trying to... Has he found that? Or it's called out? I don't think that's out, you know. It's an into-out forehand. I thought that kept the line. Oh, it is out. Okay. Oh, this is a big point here. 15-30. Elias says, I'm so nervous right now. Ria says, Hellas Tsitsipas. And Elias also says, come on, Steph, you can do it. Miev says, do you see Korda making a deep run in the US Open? Short answer, no. Long answer, can he? Probably if he gets a good draw. But most likely his draw won't be great. That's a very good serve from Stefanos Tsitsipas. Comes to the net, then puts away the volley. Or very good deep volley, and then puts away the smash. Impressive stuff from the Greek. And he screams, come on! Not in Greek, just says come on in English. So very impressive stuff from the Greek player. And I tell you what, he's 30 all here and he's 2 points away. But Casper Ruud is just making his life hell, really, in terms of not making it easy. He's saying, you're going to have to really work for this. I'm not going to give you any easy points. And a fair play to him. But yeah, for Korda, he's got a lot of ability. But I think the issue with going deep is that you have to be consistent, right? For a whole week. Say if he makes a second week, which for me is a deep run for him, right? I don't know. Big serve from Tsitsipas out wide, then goes for... Oh, what a forehand down the line. Wow, that is a bullet from the Greek player, and he opens up match points, or a match point even. Really impressive stuff. So yeah, I think we'll see. Definitely got the ability. Greek Lover Forever says, I don't know what that means, but thank you. Stefanos Tsitsipas goes big. Oh, what a serve. And it's a serve down the tee. It's a fantastic display of tennis from the Greek player. And he wins. And he wins in very, very good style. A beautiful ace down the tee. And he wins here 6-1, 6-4 in straight sets. So 1-4. And he beats the in-form Casper Ruud. And I tell you what, that's an incredible performance from the Greek player. And he just rolls on. And the amount of form this guy is in, he is definitely a threat. And I tell you what, if we can see Tsitsipas versus Medvedev final, that'll be flipping fiery because they don't like each other. And it'll be such a great match to watch. TJ17 says, sheesh. Ionos Mantio says, Tsitsipas. Yeah. Samir Mahabali says, yes, thanks. I won the bet finally. Lol, fair enough. Elias says, yes, victory. Victory indeed. Guys, please remember to smash the like button for this video. I do appreciate it. You're all legends for doing so, and also subscribing to the channel. If you have done so already, thank you. And we also are on Patreon, so do check us out. You can contribute from as little as £1 a month for some cool perks, so go and check it out if you are interested. If you're not, no problem. Aces, let's go through some of the stats here. Eight aces for Stefanos Tsitsipas, 2 for Casper Ruud. There is a double fault there, so that's wrong, I'm pretty sure. We saw one in that last game. Might be updating the stats. And first serve percentage, 64% to 65%. So it dropped off a little bit there from Tsitsipas, but the biggest stat really is the first serve points won, right? It's 83% for Stefanos Tsitsipas to 63% for Casper Ruud, and 71% behind the second serve compared to 44%. What's he saying? He's writing on the camera, says, hold my hand, and then signs at Tsitsipas. Eh? Why hold my hand? I didn't get it. What's that a reference to? No idea. No idea. We have someone here. It's in Arabic, so I'm not going to be able to pronounce your name. I apologize. Let me know what your name is, and I'll say it. It says, yes, congratulations. Ruud, 10 winners to 20. So double the amount of unforced errors, right? So played a lot better in that second set. He did. He definitely did. Because he was 5 times the amount of unforced errors in that first set. So 10 to 20, not good at all. And Tsitsipas the complete opposite, right? 20 winners to 11 unforced errors. So really, really impressive stuff. And I mean, almost a flip, right? Almost a mirror of each other there. Stefanos Tsitsipas was really impressive. He really, really was. And I'll tell you what, he's going to be a massive threat for sure in this tournament. Mieve says, good win for Tsitsipas. He needed this since the French. Yeah, agreed. And Matthew says, already looking forward to the final. I hate the camera signing thing. I'm kind of like impartial to it. I don't think it's amazing. It's not like I hate it either. I think it's okay. But yeah, I can see why some people don't like it, to be fair. It's not, no, it's all right, isn't it? Okay, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Amazing to see so many new faces here and new people in the chat. If you're joining on Facebook, then please remember to like the video and also come over to YouTube and subscribe if you don't mind as well, and follow us on Facebook. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Twitch, then please obviously follow us as well. And if you're on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, please do. I really appreciate everyone who has done so. It really does help. I genuinely appreciate it. You're legends for doing so. And also on top of that, if any of you are interested in getting involved with a Patreon to help us continue to grow and get to the next level, you can contribute as little as £1 a month to, I think it's £5. There's different tiers. The link is in the description of this video and also pinned at the top. So do check it out. It's yeah, I mean, you might be of interest to you. If not, no problem at all. Cool. Stefanos Tsitsipas makes the semi-finals. What other games do we have on today? Let's have a look, because I've completely forgotten. Should we have a look? Oh, we should. So we have... So Ons Jabeur is won, obviously, earlier today. When I say earlier today, I think that's earlier today here in the UK. Really impressive win for her. But if we look at the women's singles, Sabalenka won the first set 6-2, and she's 5-4 up in the second set. Pegula beat Collins in 3. Let's look at the men's, though. Her catch beat Basilashvili. in the round of 16. So we've got RBA versus Opelka will be up next. That'll be interesting. And then we also have Medvedev and Hakac later on, and John Isner versus Gael Monfils. Oh, some good matchups, eh? Well, I may do potentially Medvedev versus Hakac. I'll let you guys know, but hopefully I'll probably try and do that later on today. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Have a fantastic evening if I don't speak to you. And I really do appreciate everyone for tuning in. Miev says, Khachanov is in the US Open is my dark horse. Maybe. I mean, if he gets a good draw, and I think if he turns it on, then I don't see why not. I think he probably has to get a pretty good draw. And Reino de España says, Alexander the Great, aka Tsitsipas for the title. Do you mean for US Open or for this title? For this title, I can see it potentially happening. But let's see. Medvedev, I think, will have a bit to say about that as well. So I think I'm just hoping those two play each other, because that will be so... They really do hate each other, don't they? But both really great characters, so it's weird why they do. But anyways, right, so quarterfinals. As I said, probably we'll do Medvedev Hakac later. I'll let you guys know. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And I'll see you guys later. Stay safe and well. Please remember to smash the like button for this video, subscribe to the channel, get involved in the Patreon if you want as well. And I'll see you guys later even. Thank you very much. Quick for us, says, fantastic job, man. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. And on that note, see you guys later.